EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Adam McPherson. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Sanders now on the return. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. They're going to be led out by the 11-year quarterback from Mississippi State. It's Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And he'll be right near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Myles Murphy.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion left. Here's Prescott on 2nd down. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the red zone. The deep pass comes up big. And even 50 yards on the play. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Dak out of the pistol. Caught just shy of the goal line. That's exactly what they needed to begin this game. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson taking it in from 7 out. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys 7, Bengals nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're going to be led out by the 7th-year star, former #1 overall pick, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The tight end going in motion right. A second down throw from Burrow. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection to set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going play action here. Burrow. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one. And yes, they did. Bengals football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's not what the offense started about. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Working and finally forced to that sideline. So call that a gain of about 28. And that's going to give Cincinnati the first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Counter play, Brown. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
give on second. It's Brown. He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Burrow to the air now. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Trying for it with Burrow. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So as the Cowboys offense heads back to the field, let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams. He's in his 2nd year as OC with the Cowboys, 8th overall as a coach in the NFL. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up 2nd. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Second down, here's Dak. And he's going to be brought down back at the 34-yard line. Jonathan Allen. And that leaves them in trouble. They're staring down a 3rd and 19 now.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for him here. Boy, this offense staying on skates hits another loss here. And it's going to be, oh my goodness, Brock, 4th and 25.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The Bengals headed back out there offensively, Brock. So let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher, who's helping oversee this group. Pitcher's in his 3rd season now as the Bengals coordinator and has been with the team as an offensive assistant since back in 2016. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play action now. Burrow. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Jonathan Bullard. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Some nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Looking to throw. Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Burrow setting up the play action. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. This is a heater going deep. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Throwing on second, Dak. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We motion the tight end over. Throw here, 3rd down. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. They get to him, he's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to be good for a Bengals 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 32. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. It'll be 1st down Bengals. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. They manage about 9 before a stop is made, and that's going to give Cincinnati the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 here for Burrow. Now it's 6 completions in his first 10 attempts in this game. From the gun, a get to Brown. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Brown gets it again here on 2nd. Yeah, he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. It was Kenny Clark on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down. Motioning the tight end left. Burrow back to throw. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And as they bring him down, a lot of yards. Nicely done, but still short of the markers. It is 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dak to the air here. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. To throw is Prescott. Lofts it deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Brian Anger on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Burrow on the play action. The left side, and Gesicki has it. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Burrow setting to throw. This is going to be caught once again by Gesicki. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that's going to be good for a Bengals 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
So 1st down from the 41. Now Burrow. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bengals.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jonathan Bullard with the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amounts are really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Burrow on 2nd down. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this 1st half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
Burrow. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives them the 1st. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. Lead now up to a field goal.
Cowboys 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Cowboys offense out there just before halftime. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now here's Prescott. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. They're going to get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Prescott to throw. He finds Pickens left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
50-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Here's Dak. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's going to be encouraged to that sideline. Gain of about 18. That is good for a Cowboy first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Now here he goes. And they get him down after a gain of 10. The great effort on his part pays off for the first down.
4 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Samaje Perine on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting the half with a give to Brown. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing is Burrow. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Burrow to the air now. Finds his man over the middle. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down from the 42. Brown on the inside give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pitch it out to Brown. He's going to have about 9 yards, it looks like, as he's forced towards that sideline. And that's going to give Cincinnati the first.
You see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Bengals 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st down now, ball at the 33. They run once more with Piron. And a good gain here, 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a 1st. Just continuing to grind him down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves 2 purposes, right, Kate? Number 1, it helps you build, hopefully, some points on that board. But just as importantly, you're playing keep away, and that other side's not getting to touch the rock.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down. And that's just a good call there. Not the type of lead or the down where you should be forcing anything. So, good call there to just get rid of it.
Yeah, this is called game management, right?
Yeah.
People get this bad perception of a game manager. He's a game manager. You know, you should be a good game manager. And make sure you throw it away if nothing is there.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. It's P.J. Love. And the Cowboys will have the football shy of the 20-yard line. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that's going to give the Cowboys a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Another run for Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Prescott set to pass. Out left, Lamb makes the grab. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And that's going to give Dallas the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They go with Williams on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott will look to throw. They close in on him and drag him down on the other side of midfield. They got him at the 48. Boye Mafe. And now it's going to be 11 to go on this 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Absolutely fires this one right side. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Williams goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
2nd down, here's Dak. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Dallas. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Send right down the middle and good. They jump ahead by 4.
It's the score, Cowboys 14, Bengals 10.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Piron. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jamar James in there making that play.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Again, a run with Piron. And they've got a 1st down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play.
You easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Look at this. 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Piron. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back in line with the defense all over this one. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do. Trailing here in the 4th. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So I'll give him what looks like about 7.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 3 in front of him now after that completion got him 7. Burrow back to throw. Brought in downfield by Gesicki. They're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. A clutch moment for a massive play. 32 yards.
If I was scoring a football game like those guys score every single baseball game, I'd put a G by that completion. A G for guts. Because after you throw a pick, to come right back on the next drive and give your receiver a chance, that takes some serious trust.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun handoff to Piron. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Even though we don't have mics in that huddle, I can imagine what's being said down there, Kate. It is keep feeding him. When you get positive yards and you start to run the ball and wear out your opponent, don't go away from him.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Piron. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's the give to Piron. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And lead now up to a field goal.
17. Cowboys 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Now he takes it, and he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Dak to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be forced out there. Play gains about 7. And that is good for a Cowboy 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
At the 42-yard line.
1st down here for Dak. Coming off his 10th completion so far on his 15 attempts. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Dak to throw. Screen here for Williams. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd down, they need 7. Back to throw, here's Dak. Quick slant is caught by Sanders. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Man in motion here. They go with Piron here. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow setting to throw. And this is incomplete. Had it for seconds, but the hit broke up the catch, and now it's 3rd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Burrow. Completed over the middle. They stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. Burrow gets it out wide quick. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. To the air again, it's Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Bengals only up by a few. Back to throw. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase capping a 7-play scoring drive.
Cincinnati.
Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McPherson at the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 10-point game.
24, Cowboys 14.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Sanders now on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
You know, Kay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. Hits him on the in route. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Dak. That's Pickens with a catch outright. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Now here's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Williams. Very close to earning that first down right there. Just shy of the marker before he headed out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Prescott will look to throw. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that's going to get Dallas the first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone. Answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down.
I'm not going to pretend to be a chess player, but I've watched enough to know and enough maybe to be dangerous, Kate. And I think you get to a chess match and you know what the next move is going to be. This defense knows shots are coming, and they were prepared.
One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Bengals take this one on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.